Today, I'm going to be making triple layer cookie bars. This is from the classic desserts from the dessert maker, Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk. So every recipe in this book has Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk. And it's funny because they say on every single recipe, not evaporated milk. So I think people get this sweetened condensed milk confused with evaporated milk. It's not the same. To make these triple layer cookie bars, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and you want to get a 9 by 13 inch pan. This is a glass pan, and I have put parchment paper on mine just so that I can, when we're finished, I can pull the bars out and cut them. That's why I put parchment paper in here. So the ingredients that you need half a cup of margarine or butter, so that is a stick. You need 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. We had the Meyer brand in the cabinet. That's what's in that bowl. You need 1 7-ounce package of flaked coconut. So this great value, if you get yours at Walmart, this is a 7-ounce bag, and these are sweetened coconut flakes. That's what I got. You need 1 14-ounce can of the Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk, which you see there. You need a 12-ounce package of semi-sweet chocolate chips. I looked at the mini semi-sweet chocolate chips, and you didn't get a full 12 ounces. It was lower. It might have only been 11, it might have been 10. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the full 12 ounces if you didn't buy the full-size morsels. So just know that. So we're going to be using this whole bag. And then lastly, we have a half a cup of creamy peanut butter, and I use Jif just because I like Jif. So you want to take your butter and you put it in the bottom of your pan, like your dish, just like this. We're going to put it in the oven and we're going to let it melt. Okay, so 2 things I've learned already from this recipe, just from this. My first instinct was to go ahead and melt the butter in the microwave and pour it in the pan. And I don't know why they don't have you do that. The second thing is, this is like one of the only recipes where using a piece of parchment paper is not going to work. So I don't want to waste this butter. So I'm going to pour the butter into the pan, because the parchment paper, it wasn't letting the butter settle on the bottom evenly, and we want it to be evenly across the bottom. So there are certain circumstances where you can't use parchment paper. I just learned something today. Okay, so now I'm gonna, there we go, get it all across the bottom. So now you want to take your breadcrumbs and you want to sprinkle them across the top. You want to sprinkle them evenly in the pan is what it says. Got this little spoon here. There we go. And now you want to take your 7-ounce package of coconut, and we're going to spread this all over the top. And now we want to take our can of sweetened condensed milk and pour it over the top. Don't want to try to, I was going to try to smooth that out, but I don't want to do that because it will pull my coconut up. So I might want to get just a little bit more over here on the edge. There we go. So now you want to put this in your preheated oven, and you want to let it bake for 25 minutes or until it's lightly browned. So my bars still have about 10 minutes left in the oven, the part we put in before. So right now, while it still has a little time left, you want to take your peanut butter and your whole bag of your chocolate chips, and you want to melt this in a saucepan. I've just got it on medium heat, and we're gonna melt it in a saucepan. That way, when our mixture comes out of the oven, we can pour this over the top while it's hot. I took this out of the oven honestly about 4 minutes early because it was starting to get brown, and I don't want it to get any browner than what it is now. But you can see my peanut butter and my semi-sweet chocolate mixture melted really nice. It's shiny. So you want to make sure you pour this is hot. You want to pour it over the hot bar mixture. So you don't want to give that coconut any time to cool off. So I'm gonna get it all out of the pan, and then we're gonna spread it evenly. I'm gonna set another timer on my phone for 30 minutes. You wanna let it cool for 30 minutes, and then the directions say chill completely. Now, it doesn't say to put it in the refrigerator. However, when they use the word chill, to me that says put it in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna leave it here for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna move it into the refrigerator until it's chilled completely. Okay, I have had this in the refrigerator. So completely cooling, and I will tell you, it's been probably, you can tell it's cold because I'm gonna have a hard time cutting it. It's been in there for probably 2 hours, but it needed every bit of it because it was still, after the half an hour that I left it out and then put it in the fridge, it was still really, really hot.
Well, you can still see the wet chocolate on top.
Yes. Yes, that is wet, and then here on the end it is firm. So I would probably have to leave it for another hour if I really wanted it to be
fully cooled.
Yeah, well, it's pretty cool, but yeah. So now we know without using parchment paper that the first piece is probably, chances are, it's gonna be ugly. But I'm gonna, this is the one that I got sweetened condensed milk on. Okay, so I can try to pull this out. There we go. Yeah, the first one is always ugly. Oh, that's not bad though. Whoop, if I don't drop it. If I don't drop it. There we go. Okay, here we go.
I didn't watch anything going into these, so I don't even know what's in them.
We're using forks because that chocolate,
it's a little soft. It's a little gooey.
it's a little soft, yeah.
Got peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
I know peanut butter's in the chocolate because they helped. I was in there during that part.
You did see that part.
Mm-hmm.
You really tasted though.
That's mostly what I taste. I get the texture of the coconut.
Yes.
But I taste peanut butter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's amazing that even with all that 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips, the peanut butter is what comes through. And it's probably gonna depend on what peanut butter you buy. I like to buy Jif because it's my favorite. But I also, no matter if you choose a different brand or not, that's fine. But I would go with a good brand. I wouldn't go with some off, because we've tried candy.
Store brand. No, the store brand wasn't bad.
We've tried candies before that it's like they're supposed to be peanut butter, and it's like they didn't use good peanut butter, or they used some, I don't know. They didn't use good peanut butter. So you need to use the good peanut butter.
If you eat just the bottom part,
yeah,
and you really get that coconut.
That would be hard to do.
It's a sweet, I kind of dug in on the side. It's a really sweet coconut flavor.
Oh, I just got crumbs.
What's the crumb? Just graham cracker?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If I made
you
this,
can't taste that at all.
No, you can't. If I made these again, I don't know the reasoning why they did their recipe the way they did it. I would do it different. I would make this just like you're gonna make the base for a cheesecake. I would, in a bowl, a small bowl, I would melt my butter in the microwave, and then I would add my graham cracker crumbs to the butter, get it all wet in the butter, dump it into your pan, and then you could have used parchment paper, dump it into your pan, flatten it out with your hand, and
We've
then
done it 100 times.
yeah, we've done it a million times. And then you put your whole layer of coconut and then your whole layer of sweetened condensed milk. And if you really wanted to make it even better, you could take your coconut and your sweetened condensed milk and mix them together in a bowl and then pour that whole mix over the top.
I guess they
of
want
the
to make
cracker
sure
crumbs.
they don't do that, I guess, because they don't want to leave coconut to flow in the middle or something. No, if it's already mixed, it should be better.
No,
It should be
if
good.
it's if those two things are already mixed together and then you're flattening it out of the graham,
Yeah.
I don't understand why they had you make them the way that they did. I think it could have been easier. I think that's just it. Yes, I would have dirtied more bowls. Maybe their goal was to save you from dirtying some dishes, but I think it's just gonna make it easier to do everything, especially being able to use parchment paper, because I really do like being able to use parchment paper.
Because one way or the other, you're going to have to wash the pan or not wash the pan.
Yes.
Or wash the bowl and not wash the bowl.
Right. I do think they're delicious though.
They're very good. Just know that the peanut butter flavor is mostly what you taste.
Yes, you taste a lot of peanut butter and you get the texture from the coconut, but I think it's a very good recipe.
It's very, very
yeah.
good. Sounds super easy too.
Yes, it was. It was very easy. It really was. So I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.